Welcome to CommTrack, where you'll never have to watch a movie alone again. I'm your host, Tim Leifheit.
And I'm Jonathan Knoell.
And I'm Connie Santangelo.
Yes, and today we are continuing our very special episode, part 2 of Back to the Future. Probably the best in the series, actually. I'm not going to lie. Yeah, this one, if you actually look down below, we actually posted this on October 21st, 2015, the day Marty goes to the future.
It's very exciting.
I know, right? I mean, everyone's in a Back to the Future craze. I mean, I've been seeing online the Facebook posts of like, there's only a few more days until Marty arrives and Doc Brown comes to the future. It's gonna the theaters have been releasing the whole trilogy nationwide. Mm-hmm. I actually kind of am tempted to go out and see it again just for kicks and giggles.
Wouldn't mind it.
Where does he get that facelift where he can just peel off his fake skin?
The future!
We're in the future now!
This is the different future! Because, the thing is, actually...
The last moment is such a cop-out.
Yeah, it is, not gonna lie. But it turns out that Robert Zemeckis never actually wanted to do the future. Because he's like, oh fuck, there's gonna be so many mispredictions.
Yeah.
So, and, granted there were, we don't have hoverboards, we don't have self-tying laces, we don't have self-drying jackets, we don't have, hover cars, we don't have, Cafe, I don't think there's a Cafe 80s around here. There might be one, like, small, obscure ones out there. We don't have thumbprint doors or the little hover walkers for your pets. But ironically, there's a couple of... And, of course, one of the biggest things that needs to happen in 2015, all lawyers abolished. Right?
Yay, lawyers.
We at least have TVs everywhere,
That's true. That's one of the few things. They got flat screen TVs, or kind of flat screen TVs, where you can watch multiple channels at a time. They came out with the Google Glass that Marty was wearing. A lot extensive plastic surgeries among people that, where people go crazy, people like, I don't know who's the crazy ones, because, the ones who really, the celebrities...
Well, Biff's son went crazy with implants, and apparently that shorted out or whatever and led to mental instabilities, as mentioned in the film.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
There are AUGs, or augmentations that increase physical abilities.
Mm-hmm. But I think what happened eventually was Bob Gale and Bob Zemeckis just kind of threw their arms at the air and said, fuck it.
Retro-futuristic, yo!
Well, really, they just wanted to make it look fun. That's the idea, because they were like, well, let's just say fuck it. We're just going to have fun with this movie, because we're going to have a Jaws 19, because it turns out in 1985, that's, if you look closely at Jaws 19 in the hologram, you're right there?
Right. Sorry, I'm drinking some tea, and
right.
Some of the leaves are attacking me.
But it turns out if you look really closely to the Jaws 19 hologram, it's actually directed by Max Spielberg. Max Spielberg was born in 1985. Yeah, isn't that something?
That's fun.
I know, right? And it turns out Max Spielberg is directing music videos of his own, which is kind of a cool thing. So, not completely off. But as Marty says, the shark still looks fake.
It's an old effect, though.
Although, believe it or not, that shark effect, that was actually the early... in what you see in the final cut of the film is the early ILM test. And they just kind of left it alone because they're like, I'm kind of glad that it looks like run down and cheap.
Yeah.
Because that really fits the aesthetic and makes it even funnier. So that was the idea. Yeah, 2015 doesn't look anything like Back to the Future. Probably never will look like Back to the Future. Not even if we go to like 2215, I don't think anything's going to look like that. But damn it, did they have fun with that production design? Oh my gosh. And they had so much fun with this movie, didn't they? And we're going to have a lot of fun with this movie, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Right, Connie?
Yeah, we certainly will. This is our favorite one in the series. Seriously, if you needed to go pee now.
I'm fine.
But anyway, actually, because this is probably one of the most beloved of the series, because you have an alternate 1985, which goes into really fun, dark territory, and, of course, the future... What's your favorite part in this movie?
Let's see. My favorite part in this movie is I probably spoke too soon.
Oh, really? What? What is it?
No, I can't think of anything right this second.
Oh, okay. Well, Connie, do you have a favorite part in this movie?
It's a tie between the hoverboard scene at the end where Biff is trying to run him over in the old 50s car in a fucking sexy car.
This all seems very familiar.
Yeah, and the scene where he sneaks into his future him's house and just sees how everything's going and getting yelled at by Needles.
Oh yeah, fucking Needles!
A character that becomes really important in the third film for like 3 minutes at the end.
Yeah, definitely, man. That did feel a little bit tagged on, not gonna lie, but who cares? This movie's still awesome because Robert Zemeckis is amazing, Bob Gale is amazing, and all of the cast and the production design is amazing. I gotta stop using the word amazing.
Yeah, you've kind of picked up a verbal tick there.
Shut your face. Do you have your favorite scene yet, sir?
Yeah, it's actually the one where they're chasing Biff's car near the end, and Marty just pulls out the hoverboard and just like, yeah, I'll use this, even though it has no battery power in it.
Okay, the drinking game. Are we going to do the drinking game here too? What are the rules? Set them up for our audience.
I don't know if we should do the drinking game. I wish we... see, now I wish this was a live stream, so we could just say, do you want to do the drinking game?
And then suddenly you have, like, a gladiatorial chant.
Oh, you not entertained?
Well, okay, what would be every time I say, now kiss? We should have a rule for each of us. Mine is every time I say, now kiss.
Okay.
I think one for Tim should be every time he says amazing.
Okay, I'm in.
Okay, and the one for you
When he says fair enough.
I don't say that on the show.
Yes, you do.
Do I?
Yes,
Yeah,
you
you
do.
do.
You're so subconscious about that.
Or we
I
can even
must
make
be.
it even broader, and every time I make a dirty joke, take a drink.
Oh,
but that
God.
might
You could
lead to
probably
death.
just also add that's what she said, but that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was about to say, if we were gonna go full on for that, people would die watching this. We don't want
might
people to
be-
die.
Oh, no. It's, if I say to be fair.
To be fair.
Okay, it's to be fair, so we have our 4 rules. Dirty joke,
It's just, that's what she said.
That's what she said, now kiss, dirty
amazing.
joke, amazing, and to be fair.
Yep.
So you have your rules. We are not liable for your alcohol poisoning.
It's if you so to choose to drink alcohol.
If you so desire.
We're not liable for your water intoxication.
Yeah, because the Lord knows we need this kind of stuff for October, right? Definitely.
Well, you
Right.
could also do the candy thing and eat a piece of candy. I like candy.
Oh, hey, there you go, folks. If you're listening to this and it's past Halloween and you got so much candy you don't know what to do with it, take a piece of candy every time I say amazing, every time John says to be fair, and every time that Connie says either kiss now kiss, or if she says
That's
a
what
dirty
she said.
or yeah, because if she just
It's just that's what she said. It's not a dirty joke.
yeah, if it's gonna be a dirty joke, you're gonna die. No matter what even if it's sugar, you're gonna die.
Yeah.
So
Let's do this!
yeah, that said, let's go to the future, which is now the present.
All right,
And-
and go.
We're going to the future, which is now the present, and going to be the past.
My mom saw these
What a
movies
brain
in
fuck.
theater.
Oh,
And
really?
Hey, here we go. Here we got the
Universal logo. Boom.
Back in 1990 now.
Yeah, 1990, because it turns out Robert Zemeckis was stupid busy on the Who Framed Roger Rabbit, which was released in 1988. As soon as Back to the Future was a success, he immediately went with Spielberg to go do Who Framed Roger Rabbit. And, dude, that movie is a bitch to make, because there's not a CG shot in that movie. It was all hand-drawn, and it was a horribly hard movie to make.
This
hey,
scene
shot
was reshot, shot for shot, because they had issues with the actor because her mom, for Jennifer that is, her mom had cancer and was passing away. or
Yeah,
whatever.
so they had to get a new actress
Sarah Shue.
and shoot this scene literally shot for shot for shot, just so they
Beat
could.
for beat.
Yep, pretty much. Although there's just like a few tiny differences because filmmaking isn't an exact science and you can't get everything 100% perfect. The only time I think you can ever get anything 100% perfect is if you're Stanley Kubrick, because he's fucking nuts. And
Or Fritz Lang, because he's going to hold a gun to you.
that's true too. But that was a recycled shot.
Yeah, there are a few of those in here.
Well, that's the only one. But this.
Well, that and the one with the
Marty!
parents.
You've got to come back with me To the
Clear
future.
ties are not in fashion now. I'm sorry to tell you.
They should be, though.
No, they shouldn't.
They look tacky as fuck.
Thank you.
Well, that whole suit looks tacky as fuck. You remember on part 1 I just said that,
It's
hey,
Ronald
look,
McDonald.
yeah, it's Ronald McDonald. If his just imagine if Doc Brown, because dyeing your hair is all the rage in 2015, which it kind of is.
Yeah.
Imagine if he came back with red hair.
Blue
Oh
hair.
my
It was not blue. It has to be some kind of unnatural color.
No, it has to be red and he's also wearing a cute button nose.
Oh, Marty, you do not turn out to be fine.
What, really?
You
What?
don't turn out to be fine. You'll find out it becomes more apparent when you go into the future!
Yeah,
Yay,
that
future.
was actually some cutting edge makeup that they had to use. I think it took like 4 hours to get the makeup on, just for those scenes. But oh yeah, here we go.
He's balding. He wasn't balding in the last movie.
Well, just minor. Well, I think it was the way they lit things. But this I love. Is that a DeLorean?
A flying DeLorean?
I haven't seen one of those since. Wait a minute. But yeah, after this huge success of the first one, the budget got
What's going on here?
yeah, the budget got considerably pumped up for this one.
Yeah.
Because once you get a big success, and according to Robert Zemeckis, the director, they used literally every trick in the book on this movie.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
Michael J. Fox is a fox.
and Christopher Lloyd is a Lloyd, and Lee Thompson
Is a Thompson.
is she? Thomas F. Wilson is an F.
No, there's a story. Michael
he's an
J.
F.
Fox was registering himself in the actors register, whatever the fuck it's called.
Oh,
yeah.
He couldn't register himself as Michael Fox because there's an actor by that name already. But he didn't have a middle name. He didn't want to be Michael A. Fox because that's something the teen magazines would usually twist around. So he went Michael J. Fox and said it's stuff for genius with a J.
Stanley Starkey,
yeah.
brother of Richard Starkey. Not nearly as famous.
This score is absolutely amazing, isn't it? There's your first drink, folks.
Okay.
Oh God, Connie, no. So anyway, so Steven Spielberg, Kathleen Kennedy,
Stanley
and Frank
Spielberg.
Marshall came back, and
Hey, Bob Gale.
Yeah, Bob Gale came back for the story because immediately. It turns out that Bob Gale and Robert Zemeckis were really hesitant to come back for a sequel, but Bob Gale wasn't saying, well, I'm not really doing anything, and he wrote a treatment. And before the actors really even got a whiff of what the story was going to be, immediately they went
flying
on.
cars in the face. Traffic hasn't changed.
Nope. Yeah.
Those air hogs.
All right, so here's the date drop. What day is it, folks? I wonder if it's going to be raining.
When are we?
Right, 4:29 p.m. on October 21st, 2015. Okay, everyone out there needs to get up at exactly 4:30 at the morning at October 21st, 2015. That's
All right.
And we got to keep our just watch the skies. Watch the skies.
Especially if you're
In
in the Hill Valley
California.
area.
Oh yeah, definitely. But oh man, look at the visual effects in this. Isn't it amazing? Just for the times.
And for people wondering how he sees through those, microperforations are very likely a thing.
Very much.
Might be.
Very so.
Although they might be actually a link up to the car because the weather's so extreme.
That
Yeah,
could be.
camera thing.
Mm-hmm. That's that sort of thing. Or not.
His face.
Man, Christopher Lloyd is like the king of this stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's up?
First pet peeve.
Oh my
what is
god, that's totally neuralizer.
Okay, yes, there is that. But here's my pet peeve about this. Doc very clearly says, hey, bring her. It concerns her too. What's the first thing they do as soon as she starts freaking out?
Knock her out.
Exactly.
Yeah, that was the one thing that really always bugged me about this because it was a deliberate choice by Zemeckis because he said, well, this movie is about Marty's journey. So he did kind of push her to the side, which really felt awkward and just wrong.
Yeah.
Because honestly, you can get
Who
some...
cares about to women's, you know?
Well, no, it's not really just that. I don't think it's that there's sexual politics in here. It's just the fact that he said that this is, and it's Marty's journey. So Jennifer really shouldn't have that big of a part. But I didn't like the fact that he eliminated her entirely. You know?
Yeah, that's not cool.
That just it just felt wrong.
Hey, this reminds me of the Pegasi from My Little Pony with perfectly timed weather that just instantly stops.
Well,
I mean, okay, the Pegasi clearing away the clouds now.
Well, may I also...
Well timed!
Well, may I also point out that in order for movie rain to show up, you really needed to have a downpour. Otherwise, the lighting will never show up. Because have you ever seen like sportscasts of like football games, and you hear newscasters say, "Oh my gosh, look how much it's raining," and you look at it and it looks completely fine. So you really have to have that downpour. And of course, we have the now normal. Was there any much difference to him?
Well, he does look more vibrant now.
Yeah, I guess so. Because
they changed out the blood. That'll do you some good.
Well, the reason why they had to give Doc Brown that kind of makeup, because it would be ridiculously expensive for him to have old makeup all the time. So they just kind of wrote in the plastic surgery, which kind of makes sense for the time being. Oh, I love this.
And of course, that duffel bag goes from cloudy-sided to clear, which is pretty nifty.
Yeah, it is. I still love this score. Dun, 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 dun. And of course, they also predicted. Wow, look at that jiggle.
You couldn't adjust your sleeves, right? Goodness.
I
want that hat. I want that hat.
You know that hat exists, right?
I know it exists, but I have to pay $25.
I actually got to see those shoes in person.
Action?
No, in person.
In person.
They were in a display box.
Cool.
Yeah, it was really cool. And it turns out when these came out, Nike people thought they were real, and Nike was in huge high demand for those shoes, and they never could, and they never made them. Of course, I think for the 25th anniversary, they actually made replicas of those shoes, and I think they only made like a few thousand copies. And
Hoover flags, that's what they are.
Oh yeah. But they made about 1,500 copies of replicas of those shoes and sold them for auction. So they do exist.
Yeah, they do exist. They're ridiculously expensive, but they do exist.
Although I do want the jacket. That jacket is bitchin'.
Yeah, jacket's okay.
The hat is awesome.
I like the jacket. I am the jacket guy, okay?
The thing that gets me, though, is the pockets. Why the pockets?
It's a thing.
It's not a thing.
Well, you're right.
It never was a thing.
American fashion nowadays is not this.
Well, it was.
Remember,
they're just trying to be creative, and you know what? That's actually a pretty creative thing for the future. Although I really thought the garbage cubes were a really nice thing. Which, can we just say Robert Zemeckis did it first?
Yeah,
garbage cubes. What was it? Monsters Inc. and WALL-E.
Yeah,
good stuff. USA Today. And it turns out that lawyers are all abolished, which would never happen. Ever.
Am I fashionable yet?
I did. John, for those of you who aren't, because this is a sound thing.
I know.
John just pulled his pockets out of his pants to seem more fashionable for the day.
No, you look like you're a poor dude from the 30s.
Brother, can you spare a dime?
Oh boy. So, but I actually found out that to recreate Hill Valley into the future, it costs 10 times more to renovate it than it was to build it from scratch. Because they shot all the 1950s stuff first in the first movie up front because it was pristine and perfect and clean, and then they dirtied it up for the 1985 stuff. And then when they had to go for the future, they wanted it cleaned up again. Because, they were kind of making fun of the old aesthetic of the new car smell of the future movies. And speaking of the future, here's the first big master shot. Oh my gosh, I love this. It's a fucking
digital clock in the clock tower now.
No, isn't that awesome? Although I really, really dig this. This shot
landing.
Yeah. This shot actually feels like the first shot in Wizard of Oz.
Oh yeah, just a bit. I can see that.
where Dorothy finally walks into Oz and it's all color. This shot really reminds me of that. But did you notice that the ledge is still kind of broken?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Ooh, they kept that.
Yeah, they did. It turns out they did keep the ledge was broken on the clock
and
tower.
And the clock tower is still analog, not digital.
Wait, I thought it was digital.
Nope.
It's analog.
Yep, it's
because they're
all
still
analog.
trying to save the clock tower.
Is still trying to save it for 60 years. And of course there's Texaco. Texaco turns out it closed. It was an independent gas station and it closed down several years ago.
Yeah.
So that's gone. Nope. Sorry.
Happily.
But this right here is oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
Yep. Because remember, this was just the test, and they left it. And I think the
that scream looks so fucking fake.
I know, right? It
Well,
almost looks like he's doing jazz
actually,
hands.
that shark still looks fake.
Goldie Wilson the third.
Oh yeah, Goldie Wilson the third. Oh my. Now, also, they're about to make the announcement about the Cubs winning the World Series against Miami. Believe it or not, it was a lot bigger back in the day because the Cubs are part of the National League. Mm-hmm. And at the time...
Oh, hey, look at the Roger Rabbit.
Oh, yeah, Roger Rabbit.
My God.
There's a Roger Rabbit doll in there because he just finished up Roger Rabbit. And there's also... Did you notice there's also a Jaws video game in there? Mm-hmm. Yep. Because Spielberg and Jaws. Oh, it's all connected.
It's all connected.
It's all connected.
The 80s
I want to believe...
Check this out. What is it? Wild Gunman?
Michael Jackson.
The Michael Jackson.
Are you talking about the Lone Gunman?
Yeah, the Lone Gunman. That is actually a custom video game. It existed in Nintendo.
Beef.
Yeah. It existed in Nintendo.
The Springsteen Strudel.
Oh yeah. But it. What was the 80s thing? What was his name? He was a thing on MTV. I forget. He was.
You must have the
Max
hostage
something.
special. Oh my fucking!
Are you
God.
talking what?
Max something. What was
Max
it?
Headroom?
Yes, Max Headroom. This is an obvious parody, which is obvious parody.
Have you ever seen the original Max Headroom broadcast?
Yeah, they're kind of freaky.
Yeah, those are
Now
fucked up.
there's the new Pepsi bottle for you, everyone. Mm-hmm. Why don't they make that? That is
They do
awesome.
make that,
they do.
But it's again like the Nike shoes. They're very, very specific and slightly expensive, and only a limited amount have been made.
Still, though, that should be like a mass-produced thing, dude.
I'll agree with that.
Yeah, I still
I
love
love
it.
the
The cane is awesome. That is a great design.
It's a fist.
I know. Hello, McFly. Come on.
The fist.
Fist. Okay.
Fisting.
Oh, no.
No.
Okay, after the podcast or the movie's over, we'll John here will share the epic story of the fist.
Heck, I might even just edit in the episode where that happened.
Okay, I'll have to do that. We'll put it right at the end of the podcast. So here's the introduction of Griff.
Griff.
I love that Griff. I actually got to see his jacket on display too. Yeah, there was a ton because
I like his hat.
Oh, I know. It's pretty much just a. Actually, I'm pretty sure Marty needs his hat right now because that's basically a helmet.
Yeah, but Griff's hat is just. It looks like Bart Simpson had his head chromed out. Eat my shorts!
Eat my shorts, McFly! But yeah, that
Wild Gunman.
Yeah, the Wild Gunman game. This was a prop made specifically for the movie because it turns out Nintendo specifically had a Wild Gunman video game, but it was never an arcade game.
Ah,
but they found this in the old Nintendo stuff because
foreshadowing.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh my God, you're so right.
Although, did you know that you have to use your hands?
It's like a baby's toy.
Wait, that little kid right there, the
What?
one with the green hat, that was Elijah Wood.
What?
What?
That was Elijah Wood.
We'll have to rewind that.
Yeah.
I almost don't believe you.
No, that was Elijah Wood,
Wow.
the little kid. That was his
Pepsi
first.
Perfect.
That was his first film appearance. But it turns out because Nintendo was so new, they just looked for a Wild West one so they could foreshadow Back to the Future Part 3, and they just threw it in there at the last minute. But it turns out the graphics in the actual game is way better. Go figure.
Go figure.
Yep. So I guess I was right. The meekness actually skips generations.
What did they actually change about his face during the makeup to turn him into Marty McFly Jr.?
They did actually put contacts in his eyes. Because Marty McFly Jr. actually has brown eyes. Yeah, that hurts. Marty McFly Jr. has brown eyes, and the original Marty McFly has blue.
Okay.
Yeah,
you can also see it in the hair, too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, they really messed with his hair just to
They greased it up whoa.
Well, greased it up and made him sweaty. Because he's a meek mess.
He's a nervous wreck.
No kidding. Look at that poor kid. Ow! That hurts. Okay. Hide.
Shut up.
Oh,
Hello.
dude. And right there is one of the first uses of a new motion control camera. Because often you'd have to have the camera absolutely still to composite an actor twice into a shot in order to appear as if he's two different people at once. But this one was a specific motion control camera where you had a computer kind of program a computer to make a camera move and repeat it perfectly and repeat it as many times as you want.
Deaf and stupid?
So they were able to...
the first appearance of his
the chicken.
dog.
Yep, the first... Yeah, chicken. I love this. Whoop.
He's such a fucking Gryffindor.
I love that.
Gryffindor.
But that's how they're able to have a character appear in...
Wow, that's not phallic at all.
Nope.
I know, right?
Dirty joke. Another drink. But that's how they're able to have Marty appear in two places at once while having the camera move at the same time. There's the mirrored shot again. Hey, look! Oh, that didn't work. Damn it.
Just
beat it!
Beat
it!
Just beat it!
Oh, Michael Jackson, thank God for your wonderfully ironic beat it hits.
Scooter time! Also known as hoverboard time!
Yes, probably the best sequence in the movie.
Look, I need to borrow your...
Hoverboard? Now, take a look at this. It's actually
made by Mattel.
Mm-hmm. And after this movie got made, Mattel was flooded with people for where can they get their own hoverboard. And, of course, it didn't exist. Although, because Robert Zemeckis is such a wonderful guy and has such wonderful sense of humor, he actually made this behind-the-scenes documentary that claimed that those hoverboards were real. Yeah, because obviously that's a computer CGI shot. But the way that they were able to do it was they had an actor's shoe bolted to the board. Mm-hmm. And then the actors were suspended just a few feet or a few inches off the ground with wires. And, hey, it's that Jeep again. That Jeep is a lifesaver for Marty McFly.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. There's something very familiar about all this. I love that line.
Yay, more phallic symbols.
Freud would have a field day with this because, you've got incest, you've got Oedipal complexes.
All of the weird stuff.
Symbols.
Oh, yeah. So, now, isn't that really convenient that he's able to he has, like, a perfect ski grip? Hoverboards don't work over water!
Unless you have power!
Now, and speaking of power, the pit bull that he's about to pull up wasn't originally called the pit bull. You know what it was called? The Mad Dog.
Interesting.
As a nice little nod to, Mad Dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, right? I kind of wish they went with that, though. Although, it's this...
Those faces!
Right? That is the most overacting thing ever. I love it.
Those boots, though, with the pointed tips.
Right. Oh, my God. This is actually one of the first early CG shots. CG was really new at the time. I mean, it didn't really take off until 1993 when Jurassic Park came out. Batter up!
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, right? And also, isn't it amazing how he's able to have strings for his Goonies as well? I mean, seriously.
Such care and consideration for such a leader of a gang.
I know, right? And, of course, he also caused a lot of property damage.
Of course.
This seems to happen with Marty McFly a hell of a lot.
No. Oh, my God. I was framed! Dude, there were like
You're
10
in a
billion...
frame now.
Yeah. The frame of shame.
I do not like the frame of shame.
I do not like it, Sam. I am.
And
He's dry already. Well,
Yay.
pretty much.
no, he's not.
Oh, wait, the self-drying comes later.
Yeah, the self-dry. Well, the
Just now.
beeping comes in. Drying
there it
mode on. I want one of those.
He looks a lot older in that angle for some reason. I mean, he's playing a 17-year-old, yet he's like 25.
Well, remember he's almost 30 now because
That's right.
Because this movie was made 5 years.
Goodness, he still looks
afterwards.
pretty damn young, and he's what now, 50, 60?
He's just one of those people, that just age really gracefully.
Gracefully, I'm talking he looked fucking young.
Whoa, what is with those
Still saving
prosthetics?
the clock.
Yeah. Oh, here it is. Yeah, here it is. This is when the Cubs win against Miami. Now, the Cubs at the time, they still are. They're part of the National League. But what made this scene really amazing was at the time of this movie, there was no team in Miami. Of course, that's changed now, but it turns out the Miami team is also part of the National League, so the Cubs could never face them in the World Series. So, but that's still kind of cool that they were like, oh, there's gonna be a team
Marty,
in Florida.
don't do it. Marty, you're getting bad ideas.
Are you kidding? He's got great ideas. I would have done this. The Sports Almanac, the MacGuffin of the movie.
Yay, MacGuffin.
I got to see that thing in person. It was really cool. Because folks, the Dustbuster. Because folks, if you don't know, I actually went to a prop auction for Captain America: The First Avenger, and ever since then, I've gotten catalogs and invitations to go to these auctions where they have all these wonderful prop memorabilia and
Does
photographs
this look
from
familiar, Biff?
from all over film history. Haven't seen one of those in 30 years. They do. Wait a minute. How are there?
Hey, I'm walking here.
What the hell?
Don't drive, Trank.
The Red Scuzzball! 2 of them. I left him a suspended animation count, which means you kept your dog frozen and whatever for a while. How cruel.
No, not how cruel. He had no one to care for him.
I know.
So it actually makes sense, and that's actually a kind of cool thing. Great Scott!
Sleep inducer. I was afraid of this.
He actually doesn't look quite out of American fashion quite. He looks like he's wearing a kitschy Hawaiian shirt.
With school buses on it.
Yeah, although...
Well, the magic school bus,
Mm-hmm. Oh, I thought that was really cool. Because, again, that's another thing where they had a lot of trouble...
USA Today.
Yeah. I thought that was something really cool, because I was...
print news is still a thing, according to this.
Yeah.
Well, print news is still a thing.
Not as much as they're making it out to be here.
True, I guess, but...
Especially if this is going to be front page news on USA Today.
Mm-hmm.
Seriously?
Yeah, I see what you mean. Although still, remember, this is a different future. This is one where they didn't really give a shit. They just said, let's have fun, and just go completely crazy. Because Carl Sagan... Actually, no, I'm not...
That is recreational reading material. You know, a statistician's favorite sport is baseball.
Did you know that Carl Sagan actually said this is the greatest movie about time travel ever?
Interesting.
Yeah,
Ooh.
and as it turns out, what was it? He said there were a lot of inaccuracies, a lot about it anyway. Even Bob Gale went to that because he was like, I don't care if I'm making a whole lot of inaccuracies, but I still want to have some truth to it. But there's going to be flying cars. There has to be flying cars in my future.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I think the one that got me though was
What's that?
Hey, plastic surgery, yo.
I'm just really, really glad that
What?
that Carl Sagan never saw Primer or Looper.
Oh God, he would have had a heart attack.
I freaking hate Looper.
I'll have to check that out. I haven't seen it yet. Okay, that black cop right there, the one closest to the car, that at the time is actually Robert Zemeckis' wife.
No kidding.
Yeah. Well, and apparently he had a really hard time trying to cover her face because he wanted to keep it a secret for some reason. I don't know. Oh yeah. Oh, great Scott. Oh,
Consequences of that would be
dude.
disastrous.
Christopher
The
Lloyd.
world ends.
Christopher Lloyd chews the scenery like all the freaking time.
She'd simply. Oh god.
He's like can we just agree that he's probably the most fun actor in the movie?
Oh, yes, absolutely.
He's like the Twilight Sparkle of this world.
Gotta tie it back into ponies, don't you?
Yes. And I can totally see Marty McFly as the Rainbow Dash of this world.
Oh, wow, CGI.
Yeah.
Oh, God, CGI.
Well, remember, 1990, this was pre-Jurassic Park, man.
But this
So, wait, how does the Skyway jam?
I don't know.
Because I always wondered if it was like, I always envisioned that Doctor Who episode where it's like a million years into the future and it's New York.
you're talking about New Earth?
Yeah, New Earth, where it's just where everyone just lives
What's
in their
being
car, stuck in
mentioned
traffic.
Vietnam for that ad?
Which one?
The ad right there next to Biff, Vietnam.
Surf.
Oh, Surf Vietnam.
Oh, wow.
Ooh, that's actually kind of a dark thing. That's very Watchmen-y.
That is a bit Watchmen-ish.
You know, where elect Vietnam as our 51st state because they won in Vietnam. Ooh, that's kind of dark.
Just a bit.
Yeah, but it's subtle.
Yay, subtlety.
Yeah, and here it is.
Speaking of dark, look how armored these homes look.
Yeah, well, you know, gotta up security in the in those days.
The thing, though, that gets me is that they're not wrong.
No. Although they're wrong about those police hats. Can you imagine how impractical it would be to have
Look,
actually?
this place is a seedy area.
Well, I was just about to say, isn't it the most impractical thing to actually battery power your hats?
Yay, battery powered hats.
That must really come in handy on rainy days, right? So here it is, Marty McFly's home.
Well, in the future.
Yeah, of the future.
Look, those fingerless gloves, man. They're sexy. I want those fingerless gloves.
I have a pair, so. Then there's...
Nah, sexy leather ones, not
the Scenery
scruffy
Channel.
ones.
I do have leather ones, just hidden away.
I have leather ones, too.
Back home. Okay, right here.
Ah!
Now, do you know who that actress
Marty
is?
McFly.
That's not an actress.
And Michael J. Fox.
That's Michael J. Fox.
He played Marta.
Yeah, which is
Creepy.
Chapel of Love.
kind of weird. Oh my God! And of course, this part right here. This part really kind of
Where
messed.
are the doorbells in the future?
Or the doorknobs for that matter.
I mean the doorbells. I mean doorknobs.
Doorknobs. Same difference. Okay, here it is.
He makes a very...
Ah!
Whoa.
Damn, that's hot.
Yikes.
I like everyone, Kay.
Oh, wow. That's trippy, man. And speaking of trippy, that is not Crispin Glover.
Yeah.
Yeah, he apparently just easy there, John.
He didn't want to. He didn't like the.
I'm stuck in an EO feedback loop.
Well, get back into CRISPR Glovin because apparently he
CRISPR Glovin.
Crispin Glovin. I can't words, people. Burn me at the stake. I'm sorry. But there was a big deal about it. Actually, Connie, you were getting at it.
Yeah, he didn't like the amount he was being paid in his contract, especially with the success of Back to the Future.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, they didn't want to deal with his shit, and they just reused the film scenes they already had.
Yep, and recast him, and Bob Gale really reduced his role to like almost zero in the movie because they just didn't want the character to be around anymore. And of course,
they killed him off. Spoilers.
The other thing was, it turns out that he actually sued. Glover actually sued Zemeckis and Spielberg. And won. And that actually reinstated new laws in the Screen Actors Guild about you can't misuse your actors like that ever again. So, yeah, shit got real with those guys, and that was a big deal.
I'm glad that they landed in a no landing zone.
Oh, yeah, definitely, right? That's not going to get towed at all.
Oh.
Well, better yet, it just gets stolen.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. This is a seedy area.
Mm-hmm. Hilldale. I love that. I live in Hilldale. This is bitchin'.
More things are censored in TV.
Yeah, well, remember this was 1990. PG was really still light. I mean, Beetlejuice still had nice fucking lawn. You know?
Good point.
Because
but PG-13 was also a thing at this point.
True, but
that was after Gremlins and Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Yeah, but
Gremlins is my favorite film. We should do a CommTrack about it.
Maybe December's all kind of chock full, but anyway, But the thing is, PG movies back in the 90s, they still meant something real. I mean, nowadays, you're lucky to ever see a PG movie anymore.
Yeah.
You know, because it's always PG-13, R, or just straight up G. They don't ever really go in for the in-between anymore. Because it's, not demographically feasible. So much exposition.
The exposition fairy has blessed this area of the film.
Mom? What the hell? Okay, now here's something that...
off.
Yeah.
Oh,
now,
this part.
Yep. So they did actually foresee the use of flat screen TVs where you can watch multiple channels at the same time. So,
What's with that one in the corner?
Which one?
The tits?
Porn.
Maybe
Austin Powers.
I got nothing. I really
Austin
got
Powers
nothing.
had
Oh,
big
I love
guns.
this. King of the Castle.
Yeah.
I actually want one of those that were just like, welcome home, Marty. King of the Castle.
Lithium mode, like the medicine for bipolar disorder?
I don't know. Again, it's a very different future where they're just having fun with shit. And clearly they are, because can you imagine being the production designer on this? I think that the production designer was actually really glad that Bob Zemeckis was really...
Automatic pet walkers.
Yep. I think he was really glad that Bob Zemeckis had his hands full for Who Framed Roger Rabbit, so he had all this time to...
God damn it, Marty. Stop fucking shit up.
to imagine the future and
Nice
design
red
it.
shoes.
And design it.
Fashion.
So
He's wearing low high heels.
I thought they were loafers.
Kitten heels.
Kitten heels?
That's what they're called. A heel under an inch.
Oh, you old people and your non-flying capabilities and you whippersnappers and I don't know how to operate. How does he learn to operate to going back in time?
I don't know.
Maybe it just goes fast enough by accident.
Has technology really gotten... Okay, this I thought was awesome.
Oh my
Yes.
god, I love this
Pizza
scene.
Hut hydration.
It's brilliant.
This is this. Okay.
Black and Decker.
The atrocity
The
hydration.
black and ding. Wait for it. Ding. This line right here always makes me laugh.
Why is she touching hot metal with her bare hands and I hate
Wait.
bell peppers?
You sure can hydrate a pizza. That is one of my favorite lines in this movie. So that shot right here, this shot has Marty McFly playing 3 roles in the same shot. This is where they had to use the innovative camera motion control stuff so they can match the camera movements exactly, so they can composite all 3 of his performances into one shot. And as a matter of fact, in that particular shot, they were really worried about it because in between 2 shots, there was
Google glasses.
Yeah, there's the Google glasses. In between 2 of the shots while they were compositing, an earthquake went off. And they were like super afraid because they thought all the props got misaligned, but thankfully, luckily, nothing was moved.
Douglas J.
Yeah, there's so much shit. Isn't it wonderful that your Skype chat apparently can give you everything about this person? Everything. And almost against their will.
Oh, yeah. It's almost like Windows 10 is a
Double
thing that
tie
happened.
fashion.
Oh, yeah, double tie fashion. Gotta have that.
What the hell?
Well, yeah, I don't know. Are there double bow ties? How does that work?
Tie technology in this future flummoxes me. Because nobody in their right minds would have ties like this.
I still think it's hilarious and kind of cool. Remember, they're being
You
creative.
fucked up your hands because someone called you chicken. Now you're fucking up your job because someone called you chicken. And you think they have better dental care in the future, Needles.
I still like the double tie just because it's really, really...
Ridiculous.
No, it's creative. And that's what this future is. It's creative.
I still think it's ridiculous. There are certain things that I'm willing to let go. Double ties, no.
I'm still willing to... AT&T. Oh, McFly! I love that.
Oh, this is an offensive
Hey,
role.
hey, look, it's George Takei.
It's not.
I know, that was a joke. That was a bad joke, apparently. You are terminated!
Who dislike beer?
Nope. Ow. But can we? When's the last?
You're fired.
Oh, I remember the scene hardcore.
When's the last time anyone used fax? And how come there are this many fax machines?
They're everywhere.
How do you load the paper if it's in the wall?
That's a good question.
That's
Also, Van Gogh.
Oh yeah, Van Gogh. There's
Creepy.
remember the art channel was constantly on, so
True.
yeah, maybe that's a thing for Jennifer's thing. Which plate? All right, now for those of you listening at home, Marty's actually trying to redo his song "Johnny Be Good" right here. Of course, he's playing really badly, like scathingly badly. Okay, if there are this many, if that conversation was really loud, do you really think he could have sold that as a joke?
Probably not.
Nope.
No.
Another composite shot that took forever to do. Oh
You're
man,
freaked out about being old.
Can you imagine how hard it was to time that shot? To time it exactly? That must have hurt. Although I still... Okay, and now here's the biggest plot hole of this movie. How did old Biff get back to this future if he already changed his past?
Good point.
Yeah. My guess is it wasn't quite changing fast enough according to the rules of this particular kind of thing. Because it turns out there's a deleted scene of you watching Biff vanish. Yeah. And I guess that's kind of the signal that this reality is slowly turning into the alternate 1985 or 2015 that, that where Biff is powerful. Because I think it was supposed to be in this shot. Mm-hmm. Where he's leaning up against the dumpster and kind of falls backwards and he fades away. Back in the old west, I always wanted to be a blacksmith. Excuse me. Like that. Yeah, well, just you wait, Doc Brown. I guarantee you, your dreams are going to come true.
Oh, they're all trains.
Both of them.
What's that?
The things on his shirt are all trains.
Yeah, that's the other thing. They foreshadowed that. The thing on his shirt was a woman, a horse, and a train, foreshadowing Back to the Future Part 3, because Part 3 was shot simultaneously in accordance to this one.
Yes.
Because I think they were taking... Excuse me. Oh, wow, hello.
Jet plane.
Yeah, wow, that was close. We're back from the future. So, but, yeah, they decided to shoot 2 and 3 because why not?
That's what they did with Pirates of the Caribbean. Saves money, yo.
Yep. Although, I have a different feeling about Pirates of the Caribbean. Loved 2, but I hated 3. So, yeah, I didn't like the fact that...
Look at that shitty car. Cough, 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 cough.
I just wish that they expanded, or let Jennifer's character actually grow, or at least do something.
Yeah, that is one of the biggest pet peeves I have
How long do you
about
think
this
she's
movie.
going to be out? Another movie.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yep.
Well, remember, at the time, I think by the time this movie was made, Bob Zemeckis really regretted having Jennifer coming along too.
Probably.
That's the thing. He said, if I had known I was going to make a sequel, I never would have brought Jennifer along. Just because he wanted to keep the movie Marty-centric. So, I'm okay with him doing the Marty-centric thing. That's the right way to go. Because these movies are about Marty. But just, just going,
But just kind of eliminating her altogether is just not the way to go.
You can expand on it, even just a little bit.
Exactly.
But, whatever. Minor geeky nitpick. And right here is...
Maybe she got lost, enchanted with the future.
Now, don't you...
That would be an interesting idea.
Yeah, no kidding. Now, isn't it really nice how subtle they are about the alternate 1985 he's in?
You realize they've only taken one drink.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Only one drink? Amazing, amazing, amazing. There's 3.
And fair enough.
Oh,
yeah, wait a minute.
Bad.
Ah! So, but I really loved how subtle they were so far about the alternate 1985. Because all they had was the bars and the lock.
Yay,
really subtle.
Symbols.
But this is where you're like, oh shit, there is something wrong here. It is. So is this Samuel L. Jackson's cousin?
I don't think so.
Yeah, you're right. If it was Samuel L. Jackson's cousin, he would have had a .45 pistol.
And he'd be saying
motherfucker. Yeah, this is a PG movie. We can't have that kind of motherfucking shit.
Monkey fighting. I don't want any of these monkey fighting snakes on this monkey fighting plane.
You monkey fighting glass ball mother scratcher.
All right, check this shit out, dude. This is where shit gets real. Now, this is not a thing. This is not a thing. You never draw a chalk outline body.
Yeah.
Ever on a crime scene, because that contaminates the scene. Mm-hmm. But, you know what? Remember, family movie and just... and kind of trying to be fun. So,
yeah.
It's still kind of cartoonish. But
it's also giving the audience less hope than they came in with, which is a classic Act 2 feature.
Mm-hmm. This bit I really love, where he walks
Strickland.
up... Yep, Mr. Strickland, thank God. And he's looking at the date. Is this got to be the wrong date? But nope. October 26, 1985. This shit ain't right. What's up? What's up? Mr. Strickland. Oh, thank God. I love what a war nut he is. It's like he's on a war front with the students in the school.
You look like a slacker. I am a slacker.
Last week,
we're down 6 years ago.
And now you're like, oh shit, dude. Holy shit.
Castration, I love bullets.
I really don't want to, please. No, this shit right here. Hey, Strickland! Brah!
Oh, shit.
Right? Oh my God, I love this. And then, wait for it. Slackers! Eat lead, slackers!
Hell Valley.
Yeah, that was a really cool touch. They don't wanna.
It's red.
Hey, it's red. Red to the bum.
It's nice to know that nothing's changed, right? Now, I think I know this part was shot on.
Hey, look, it's Trump Tower.
Oh my gosh, it is Trump Tower, right?
That poor guinea pig.
Now I know that that guinea pig is going to be a recurring thing, I swear. But this was still shot on the same studio alley or the studio lot, but the building up top actually is a composite shot from the Las Vegas Strip itself.
Doesn't surprise me much.
Yeah. All they did was change out the logo or the sign or whatever to put on Biff's wonderful face. Why is there a tank?
Because why the hell not?
Why is there a tank? I mean, I'll take the
Where's your tank?
It's in my pants.
What?
I'm sorry. I'm terrible. I'm
he
sorry.
He does look like Donald Trump.
He
does.
Actually, he does. That's actually kind of scary. Jeez,
Biff Tannen Museum.
He's Donald Trump with sideburns. That's what it is, man.
The greatest American folk hero.
Yeah, the greatest American folk hero. Although, this shot coming up, there's Biff's car.
Very nice,
yeah,
very nice.
Filled with shit.
It was filled with shit. Because he's full of shit. What a wonderful metaphor, right?
Of course.
Now, that shot right there...
Great-grandfather.
Foreshadowing.
Well, yeah, it's the foreshadow, but that was actually an early makeup test.
No kidding.
Yeah, because they just decided to quickly recycle it, because, got to make movies for as cheap as you can.
Makes sense.
But, yeah, this nice little piece was a really cool piece, where he's just got an insatiable amount of luck. And I think there was that...
Biff Co. Enterprises.
Yeah, Biff Co. Enterprises. I think those were just composites over real stuff. He actually legalizes gambling.
What a nice guy.
Wait a minute. Is Donald Trump up for legalizing gambling?
I don't know, maybe.
He's
seems
just
like
up for what makes him more money, so maybe.
Well, if that makes him... oh my God, he was flirted with Marilyn Monroe. Oh God, he realized...
I'm sorry, this coming scene is absolutely disgusting. How you can see how he literally shoves his tongue down her throat.
Still, I love Lee Thompson's performance in that scene.
Tongue down throat.
Still, I love her performance in there. You can tell that it's definitely against her will.
3D.
Yeah, 3D came back with sunglasses because it turns out in the future you saw him with these kind of holographic image sunglasses, and in there you've got just regular glasses because they wanted to keep him up with the times.
Because 3D.
Yep, and here's the famous shot where that's been recreated in every single Back to the Future movie.
Tits.
Oh my god.
Fake tits.
The biggest...
Very, very big fake tits.
Because Biff wanted her to get them.
Because big fake tits.
Wow, those are big fake tits. Yikes. And I love...
Take a shot for every time we say big fake tits.
Ticks or tits?
Tits.
Tits.
Tits. Big fake tits.
Anyway,
Yeah, wow.
Wow. I love his reaction. Mom, you're so big. Or, no, it's, you're so full. I think it's full. Big. Oh, big it is. Oh my god, can you imagine the amount of crap that she's gone through in the last, several years?
Probably a good deal.
No kidding. Oh, hey, McFly! Oh, shit. Boy, Thomas Wilson just looks huge when he's, intimidating Biff. Because I think Robert Zemeckis has a real talented gift for blocking.
So she's back to alcoholism.
To make Biff, to make Biff look taller. Because if you notice when he's the pathetic Biff in 1985, he's always hunched over and he's always blocked to make him look slightly shorter than George McFly, even though he technically is shorter than Biff.
Yeah.
So I gotta say, Robert Zemeckis has a gift for blocking.
Well, it's implied here that
Jesus Christ,
that George Crispin Glover's character, was killed off by Biff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, even though ironically it plays for good drama, but I also kind of sense that was a bit of a fuck you. Just a little bit, but then again...
Check out that balding.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah. Although I still think he's got a bit of a toupee on.
Yeah.
Just a bit, because, gotta look good. Gotta look good. Wow. Go ahead, divorce me. Man. Actually, is it me, or does this room here look a lot... hang on. Things... This area right here looks a lot like the 1983 Scarface.
Yeah,
when Tony Montana gets everything, even those double-decker doors,
and those big fake tits.
Yes, the big fake tits. But all of it really feels like the stuff that was from the 1983 movie Scarface, and I think that's the point here, because it's very elegant, also, but with a lot of dark black and red colors. Oh boy. You win, Biff. I'm sorry.
Abusive spouses.
Yeah, good stuff, right?
No.
For kids! Oh my god.
It wasn't that funny.
Wasn't that funny? It was not that funny.
The more you say it's not funny, the funnier it is.
Look, he's even got the hot tub from Scarface.
Oh,
you remember?
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, you remember the one he had in the middle of his bedroom, and he's just lying there watching the pelican. Hey, pelican. I work hard for this. It actually wouldn't have been awesome if they got Al Pacino to play Biff.
Griff.
Griff and Biff.
Right.
Yeah. Mom, your father's dead. He's been in the same place he has been for the last 15 years.
Over the head time.
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah.
He gets a ton of head injuries.
Yeah.
It's amazing he doesn't have any brain damage by the end of it. This movie gave Michael J. Fox Parkinson's. Oh, isn't...
Actually,
yes, cue the dramatic thunder.
Dopamine.
Dun, dun, dun.
That was a perfect revelation. That's what caused Michael J. Fox's Parkinson's, all of his head injuries.
And
Tell
you
me
say
it
the
isn't
jokes
so.
I make are
Let me
terrible.
sponge away the writing on this stone.
No.
Sorry, I had to do my Christmas Carol bit.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Marty, but this is all the truth. Not good. Let's see.
It's not true. That's impossible.
That's not true. Oh my god.
1973.
Yep, died young. All of it's happening. This is all. I thought this was all a nightmare myself.
When I learned about your father, I figured you'd be here.
Such great timing. I wonder how he knew.
Movie magic. And eccentric.
Movie logic?
Yes,
Movie logic.
movie logic. And not to mention eccentric scientists' logic.
True.
Yeah. Of course, a public library. I'm amazed that book even that book actually exists.
Broken and borrowed
Yeah.
some newspapers.
Yeah, I'm amazed that archive
Borrowed.
still. I'm amazed that the archive still exists. You'd think it would have just burned down, with all the shit that went down.
It's true.
So, Connie, you were mentioning the awful mess of the lab.
Einstein.
Yes. It's even worse now.
No kidding. Puppy.
Cute puppy wants to be in a basket.
No, he just wants to be in a clean spot.
Okay, trivia time.
What's that?
So, Einstein is Doc's dog now.
Yeah.
What is the name of Doc's dog back in the 50s?
Copernicus.
Very good, kids.
Yes. Now, here's, I think, the reason. This scene right here is the reason why Carl Sagan really said this is probably one of the best depictions of future time travel, because of his explanation of alternate universes, or alternate timelines, really. He said this is a really good depiction of time travel, especially for a movie. So I think this was the scene that really sunk it. It's the sports book came in. And a receipt.
I found them in the time machine.
Yes! I think, actually, if I don't know if I have, but I'm pretty sure I also saw that cane in person as well.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I see so many props in person. Like I got to see the makeup piece that the Emperor wears in Empire Strikes Back.
The chimpanzee one?
No, just the eyebrow, the forehead piece.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what they called it. Yeah, pretty much that.
Really?
So yeah, there's a ton of stuff that I've seen. It's cool. And of course, all the Captain America stuff. So here's the photo where we get to here's a nice little parallel to Roger Rabbit, where we have to look at a newspaper with a magnifying glass and look at someone's pocket.
Good point.
Right?
Oh, nice, yeah.
Yeah, nice little nod to Roger Rabbit.
Stole my idea.
Yeah, damn it! Oh, this is all my fault.
You fucked up, Marty.
I done did fuck up.
You're
Done
still
did
sexy.
fucked up.
Yep. We need... Well, it's all in the past. You mean the future.
Whatever.
Oh my gosh. And the thing is, right now, this is... Or the future that we saw was supposed to be the present. But that's also the past. But it's also going to be the... I'm confused.
Today's Tuesday, but yesterday was Tuesday. Is tomorrow going to be Tuesday? Today's Tuesday!
Wibbly wobbly timey-wimey
Bullshit.
Yes. So, yep. Oh, yeah, that.
So if you can't go in the future, go into the past.
Oh, yeah. He's been declared legally insane. To be fair, he's not that far off.
Yeah.
He's a little nuts. He's like Willy Wonka nuts, where he's essentially...
Let's get nuts!
You want to get nuts? Come on, let's get nuts!
Squirrels.
But, yeah...
Gerbils are superior.
I'm not even going to go into that conversation. Not this time. Maybe for a different podcast.
That implies that you've had this conversation before.
We have had this
I'm
conversation
concerned.
before.
She has an entire speech. Okay, here it is.
Oh, God.
I love this bit.
Yay, foreshadowing.
Yeah, no, it's not just that, but it's also a really nice nod to an equally great movie. This is for a few dollars more, right?
Yeah.
Or is it a fistful of dollars?
I
think
don't
it's
remember.
for a
I know
fistful
it's
of
not The
dollars.
Good, Bad, and the Ugly.
No, it's not. I know it's one of Sergio Leone's movies.
It's for a fistful of dollars because I remember exactly
Okay.
$18 was the thing that Biff's
Bulletproof vest.
ancestor had a problem with.
Oh, that's another carryover through the 3 movies.
What's that?
Bulletproof vest.
Yeah, you're totally right, man. Oh, I totally didn't notice that.
Oh, God. Not in the pool. Oh, God.
Yeah, in the pool. In the pool.
You don't throw a remote control into a pool.
That's a hot
men,
tub.
men with power do. And clearly Marty
Bad
has...
idea.
Men with power throw remotes in the pool because they could give a fuck. Right here, Marty is definitely in control. Like a bitch. Or like a boss.
Party's over.
Yep. God almighty, it is Donald Trump.
Yeah.
That
Now here's where I get more
robe.
of the predestination paradox coming at this future scene.
Uh-huh. Look, he's even got the monitors like Scarface. The only thing that's missing from this office, really...
Is the mountain of cocaine?
Well, the mountain of cocaine, and...
I'm surprised that wasn't the first thing you were
He
going to
looks
say.
like Donald
actually.
Trump
No,
in
no,
that painting.
Actually, the thing that I was going to say was the assault machine guns in the rack to the side.
Ah, that makes sense.
That's the only thing really that's missing from Scarface in here. Because otherwise, this is pretty close, actually. And, do you notice the comic books on the desk? I guess, he was still collected back from the 50s.
I guess.
Of course, right here, he's given...
You crash into a manure truck.
How did
How do
you...
you know about that? 'Cause I wasn't there.
You son of a...
Father,
Oh, yeah.
this is
Yeah, you are-
doing?
Yeah,
right.
You're full of shit because your car is full of shit. It's a wonderful little metaphor, as I've stated before. I didn't see any resemblance. What an idiot. And yes, I want to be rich. Oh, yeah. Oh, excuse me. This is the book. And he's still got what? He's still got 15 more years worth of records in there, so he could still keep winning. Right. Although I really do wonder if Biff is the
Now,
type
in
to
30
have.
years, this one kid is gonna show up and be all crazy and say, "Hey, I know about this book."
I really do wonder if Biff is the kind of type of person to have a machine gun rack off to the side. Wouldn't be surprised. Completely.
Cinematic foreshadowing. Where we focus on the thing that's going to be important later.
Yep. I wonder if he does wind up running for president. Like in the alternate universe of this. Oh boy.
Yay, guns.
I never thought it'd be you. Ever. Looks like you get to join your old man.
Oh my God!
He still falls for it, man. Still falls for it.
How did that get embedded there?
What?
Metal.
Movie logic.
Okay,
Yeah.
movie logic, fine.
Yes. Remember, these are supposed to be really fun movies. Is this?
They are, but
and-
still.
Yeah. Well, even Raiders of the Lost Ark bends some rules.
But logic.
So, you got that hair.
Yay, 3D.
3D. 3D has the gnarliest hair. He's probably the best henchman out of all of these guys.
We all cheer for 3D.
3D. Actually, let's not. Oh, wait a minute.
Clever. I mean, jumping onto the other stairway.
Yeah, but wait a minute. Did you notice that one of his lenses was really dark red and the other one was really dark blue?
Mm-hmm.
That's just upgrading the 3D glasses.
I thought that's cool, man.
Now I'm excited to see part 3 and look for 3D again.
He'll probably have like one lens of bifocal and another, or he'll have
It'll be really subtle.
Yeah, it'll be really subtle. I can't wait to check it out because he's definitely the best henchman in this whole thing.
I don't.
Kablamo!
Let boys.
I own the police, you motherfucker! I'm Donald Trump, and guess what? Today, kid, you're fired!
Oh boy.
Oh my god! And of course, we find out that I killed your father. Two McFlys with the same gun. great line. I love how his expectation is completely fucked.
I know, right?
And then this. Idiot.
Another flying DeLorean.
Thomas F. Wilson gives like the best
And
performance.
then that.
What the fuck?
Ooh.
LOL. Hey, at least he's wearing boxers.
Thank Christ. Because that would have been awkward.
That's one Buffalo shot I did not need.
We got to go back to 1955. I don't believe it. It really is interesting how much crap there is that goes back to November 12th, 1955. Yeah, see what I mean? Even Doc is commenting about it. It's
some sort of cosmic significance.
Or
Fixed point in time in Doctor Who speak.
For the entire space-time curriculum. On the other hand, it could just be an amazing coincidence.
Oh, did you see the 1985 flashing there?
Yeah.
1885, I mean?
Yep. He's still working. Because remember, the DeLorean's still relatively experimental.
Yeah.
So a lot of it's still kind of malfunctioning, and it's thrown together with a bunch of stuff. Just thrown together. Held together by duct tape and sheer will. Oh, yeah. So Jennifer... Yeah, the physics is really weird.
It's very Doctor Who in the point they make of fixed point in time, where this one day in 1955 is super important.
Mm-hmm.
Well, no, fixed point in time means that it must happen this way every single time.
Good point.
Yeah.
Hey, we got the frosting.
Hey, yeah.
Finally, it's back.
No, it was back in the other two as well.
It just
Times that
it was just a little less prevalent. I think.
Yeah.
I think because it was a first test run and all.
Yeah.
So
how'd you fix the icing problem?
That's exactly what I was trying to say from the last one, dude. How did you try to fix the icing problem? Might want to look into it.
Oh, Christ.
That's exactly. I wanted to make that joke in the last podcast, but I lost my opportunity. Okay, now this part right here, when he has just money from all these different eras. How does he do that?
Just a good idea, I guess.
I know, but how does he do that? I mean, because I know he must go to travel around, but you can't cash in like 2015 money for 1885 money. That just doesn't work. So
you pick it up as you go along, I guess?
Maybe.
Well, it'd be a lot easier to get a job in this time period.
Also, this is another great example of Robert Zemeckis' blocking, where he just has Doc Brown running back and forth, Marty chasing after him.
The clock tower.
I love that. Otherwise, you might not run into your other self. Yeah, look at this.
Oh, he may have just picked it up.
That's very possible.
Along.
Still,
I mean, there are collectors of money.
That's true. Not this bit. Something inconspicuous!
And he goes around. Leather jacket. I mean, leather jackets were super rebellious for that time.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
No trespassing.
well, really, it's the fedora and sunglasses that are like, wow, really?
But, okay, let's put this one. In
Some
one of these
old lady
showings
was
of Happy Days, the Fonz was not allowed to be in a leather jacket unless he was near a motorcycle. So, to get around that, he was always near a motorcycle, even inside. However, after Happy Days became popular, they kind of dropped that rule. Because they didn't want kids to be as rebellious and,
Yeah.
But
as
it's
the
the
Fonz.
Fonz.
Can we also agree that Biff's grandma is like the toughest old lady? Mm-hmm. I mean,
You'd have to be.
What a dick, right? Not cool, but still, it was still just one of the funniest cuts in the movie. Where God, Marty, seriously, this is literally the cliche.
Mm-hmm. And look at that hat.
I know.
I love short men. They're hot.
Okay. So and now it's good as new. It's no longer full of shit, even though Biff is clearly still full of it. Now, the manure truck. I remember that.
Okay, 302 in that time is even worse than it is nowadays.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, that was horseshit.
Inflation.
I remember that.
Old Man Jones and his shit-selling business in the 1800s, you notice that too.
Oh my gosh, you're totally right. I forgot. Look at this Western Audio Shop.
Yeah.
Or Auto Shop. Nice, another little foreshadow. I like that. Let's see. Auto access. I wonder if that is. No, that's probably not in the 1800s. But yeah, this. I think these scenes were. I think after the future scenes were shot, they had to do the 1950s stuff again, because they're still trying to stick to the clean and bright colored kind of thing going on.
Right.
And then they were dirty it up for the 1980s.
This scene.
Yeah, that is a nice scene.
This scene gives so much more flavor to Lorraine.
It does.
Yes, it really does.
She's such a one-note character in the original film.
Mm-hmm. And here
she's just there's a love interest, and I don't like that.
Well, remember, they also had a little bit of a runtime, so they were able to expand on the character finally.
I mean, old Lorraine and, post Marty's adventure, new Lorraine in the first film. Now we have 50s Lorraine going around being excited, hanging out with her friends, and being harassed by Biff. See more of personality. I love that.
Screen door on a submarine, you idiot. I love that one. But yeah, you're totally right, and it almost makes up for what happens to Jennifer in the first act of the movie. You know what I mean? They play down.
Still, though.
Well, put it this way: they play down one female character in favor of another. So I guess a wrong to a right makes an even game. I guess.
Oh my God, Lorraine!
Two less making a right. You mean?
Sure, something like that. I don't know. I still agree that Jennifer should have been played up. But, Robert Zemeckis and Bob Gale were a little...
disgusting entitled, man.
They were caught with their tail in between their legs because of that the original ending.
Yeah.
So, whatever.
They wrote themselves into a corner they had to... And they should have slept in it.
Mm-hmm.
Who are you calling
Butthead? Just shut up and get in the car. Because, you would think...
It's your lucky day.
You would think that... young Biff would be able to actually recognize him, but I guess he really isn't that bright.
He's really not.
Nope.
He
never.
gets trapped in the garage for hours afterwards. Oh my God.
Uh-huh. It's all coming back to me. Shut up about the damn car.
That's just super
Related.
Do you know are you my grandpa? Are you actually? Wouldn't that be the most interesting thing? Is if his grandma came in and is like, Marvin? Okay, so this is the bit where Biff is introducing him to the sports almanac. Mm-hmm. Do you notice this is all played out in one moving master almost?
Almost.
Yeah. Because that's one of the things that Spielberg likes to do. He always likes to do these long takes so the actors can have a lot of room to breathe and to actually perform an act. Because,
Leave, you idiot. Makes you sound like a
friggin' idiot, like a butthead. But
let me show you.
Yeah, now this broadcast, this is a real broadcast from November 1955. Mm-hmm. Yep, and they just kind of, because I think what they did was they just did a quick little bit of research and then they wrote it into the movie. Because it turns out the UCLA way does win just at the last moment. Mm-hmm. So nice little nod in here. And holy shit, he's right. How did you do that?
Coliseum.
It did. Subtitles. Remember,
I misspelled it though.
We don't. Yeah, but we don't acknowledge the subtitles. They don't exist.
You don't exist.
I think, therefore I am. So, boom.
I don't know. That only works for the person.
Oh, let's not get philosophical. Back to the Future. Back to the Future.
Oh, poor Marty.
Redundant.
I know, right?
Redundant.
It was so close.
Back to the Future. Redundant. Much redundant. Okay, I'm done. Get a safe and keep it locked up. Keep it like that. That's actually a really bad way to carry it around.
Bad touch.
Yeah.
Lol. He does have a nice ass, though.
That's okay.
I'm still going with the bad touch.
Yeah. And he.
I want to shove things in his back pocket.
Oh boy, Connie, really?
I'll stop.
Yes. Okay. So now he's locked in. Does he still have his walkie-talkie on him? Pretty sure he does.
And hilarious hijinks ensue.
Whoop!
Lol.
Wouldn't it be... Actually, I kind of want his grandmother to just walk in here and go like, "Who are you?" and start beating the shit out of him with a cane. Because I really want to... Because I really want to see Biff's grandma. Those eyes. Because just from the scant moments that they give her, she's got some interesting character. I want to see some more of that. Oh, boy.
Perfect.
Crap. So can you imagine that Marty had to stay in there for like 5 hours?
Yeah?
Boy, he must have been bored out of his mind. And we are back in business.
Yeah, Grandma!
Sounds like my mother almost. It's okay, Ma, I love you.
That's a strange way of showing it.
Shut your face.
My face is awesome.
Yes, it is.
Damn straight.
Oh, crap.
Oh.
Missed him by a furlong. I love that bike and the...
Ring, ring.
What is it? The tethers at the end of the handle?
Streamers?
Tassels.
Yes, tassels. Thank you. That just really plays into his
Eccentricity.
Yes.
And the tag still.
Yeah, I
And the
love that.
tag's still on this.
Apparently he doesn't remember 50s fashion from the time he
Okay,
actually lived
wait a
it.
minute. I just realized this is the same tunnel used in Roger Rabbit.
What?
Oh, wow.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
And it's used in this, and it's also taking place in the 1950s and 40s.
Oh my
The
god.
post-war era. Oh, that's actually kind of cool.
That is interesting.
Robert Zemeckis is awesome. I love this guy. Oh, great Scott!
That phrase.
It's-
He likes the toilet paper.
It's it's the time machine. I love the little yeah, the music cues for Alan Silvestri. They're just magical, aren't they? They because I think really outside of John Williams, this score really has that same kind of
Magic.
untouchable magic and fun that probably only someone like John Williams could have. So, oh boy. And what was that about not being able to go with to go anywhere near your actual
Other
self?
love.
Yeah, your
Oh,
other
yeah.
self.
Ah, comedic irony.
You might, the consequences may be disastrous.
Yes, sir. You with the hat.
And of course, now this was actually a really difficult shot to pull off because, in addition to doing the composite between two actors, even though there's still very little camera movement, there is some camera movement, and it has to have that motion control. But if you noticed earlier in the shot, there was a focus pull. So you have to actually calculate for both of them the same focus distance. But I'm pretty
in
sure
this case, actually, you can probably just do the split screen.
Well, you can, but remember, it's the same shot where they were still doing the focus pull earlier. So maybe if they had cut, yeah, they can do the split screen. But right here, they can't. So it's still impressive that they were able to get it all in one shot.
Right.
Yes, or in the past.
I wonder if his memories have changed to remember that shit now.
That is actually another legitimately good question. Because you hear, I think there was a Justice League. There was supposed to be a Justice League episode where Batman goes into the future and he says, "Look, I don't remember any of this." So there's a lot of weird
Doc's
stuff going on.
memories changed about that because he was alive during that time. I would expect Marty to have, his memory change because he wasn't even alive in the 50s.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Doc is a more interesting character because of this.
Yeah, definitely. Because remember, and I also want to know when he was born too, because remember he was supposed to be killed in the Old West long before he was even born. And you really wonder where this guy chronologically lines up by the end of this entire series.
Especially because he goes around and time travels with Claire and his sons.
Yeah, no kidding.
Sons, like 12 and 10 or whatever.
Which is really bizarre, actually.
Okay, now I really want to see number 3.
Yeah, no kidding. There's going to be, because then that's where all this,
And
the
that's
circle is now
and
incomplete.
Jules and Vern, his sons, are prominent in the animated series.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Okay, now here's a little interesting...
Ooh la la.
Now, here's another interesting fact. You can see Biff spiking the punch along with his groonies. Mm-hmm. But if you notice later in the shot, George McFly actually takes a heavy drink from that punch.
Oh, yeah.
So, do you might think that Biff accidentally gave George the buzz just enough to give him his giant fist when he tries to,
That's really interesting.
assault
Lorraine.
Lorraine, yeah. It's not an
Interesting bit of context.
I know, right? There's so much connected in here. Oh, and I love this bit.
His secretary.
And I almost knuckle sandwich. When's the last time you heard
Can I have
knuckle
that with
sandwich?
mustard and
Last time I
pickles?
watched Mulan, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right, totally.
Can I have that with mustard and pickles?
Oh, you got it. Okay, so now
Entitlement.
now we need to. Okay, so there's no music in this scene, and it turns out that Alan Silvestri did a rejected version of Mission Impossible for the first movie that Tom Cruise was supposed to be in. Let's insert his music right here.
Dun,
Dun, dun, dun, dun. Mission Impossible. Your mission, Marty McFly, should you choose to accept it, is to get the sports almanac.
Oh, that would have hurt really bad on the ankles.
No kidding.
Ooh.
Stunt.
Stunt.
Dude,
Very
dude.
much a
Stunt
stunt.
Dude, hurry up,
Stunt
hurry up, and you missed it. Son of a
Butts.
bit.
Butts.
Son of a butt.
I like butthead.
Butts.
You done?
Yes.
Okay. And what do we have here?
Porn!
Not porn.
It is porn.
It is porn. I like porn. I mean, look at the pages. They don't look like lines of stats. They look like images.
Well, that's the thing. They were smart enough to not have it in focus and have your eye drawn attention to Marty's eyes. But yeah, you're right. Just one of the minor things.
Slacker.
Slacker.
Slacker is like his curse word.
We need to actually watch Slacker.
Yeah,
What's
we
Slacker
do.
about?
Speaks for itself, pretty much.
Yeah,
Okay.
it really does.
I want that jacket. It's so fucking sexy.
It's also worn by the Terminator.
What?
Well, yeah, not the same jacket,
Oh.
but it's the same style. But
Well,
I
then
love this. God, I'd like to have that in writing. Yeah, me too. That's another one of those shots, man, where it's really tough compositing, especially now
Yeah.
you're dealing with reflections.
Oh, yeah.
That must have hurt like a bitch. And background characters. Did you notice that? Mm-hmm. To composite background characters as well?
Yeah, that's tough.
No
How
kidding.
old is Strickland? Jesus.
I don't know. Hey,
Lol,
look.
spiked coffee. Alcohol and caffeine together, a bad combination. Don't do it, kids.
Yeah, well, he's the man in power, so he can do whatever he wants. And he can also look at kids awkward because he's interested in
Don't want them
things.
bumping and grinding on the dance floor.
Even though he'd like to bump and grind all the cheerleaders on the team.
Yeah. Okay, that's
That's
too
gross,
much, man.
That's gross.
Well, to be quite honest, it honestly wouldn't surprise me. He seems like the type. But
He seems
whatever.
like the type just hates kids and somehow ended up there.
Yeah, I guess you're right. But
Oh, he
excuse
has
me.
hair. He's
Just
not
a
completely
little.
bald.
Oh, just a little bit.
Just in the back.
If you know what I mean.
I love this little gesture.
Yeah.
I don't like
I like how
chaperoning
he-
this shit, he says. I just want to go home and relax with a beer and some mystery science theater. I mean, some science fiction theater. I
Yeah,
want to go
'cause
to bed
Mystery
and not,
Theater.
Mystery Science Theater isn't way later.
and not deal with all of these fucking kids with all their dances and mating rituals.
Well,
I just
actually,
wanna go home
this
and
is
drink my
1990.
coffee. I do like this scene.
I love this bit. Fucking hell, man. Oh, owie. It's son of a bitch, really. Seriously, so
I
close
know,
and so
right?
far away. Holy crap. Surprised he doesn't keep that.
I know, right?
Yeah.
There's a reason he doesn't. Ooh la la.
Yes! No! Crap.
Boobs.
Yeah, I think this was also a really tough thing to sell. I think this is a really tough thing to sell because, they're still trying to keep that PG rating.
Yeah.
So they didn't want to go too extreme. But then again, it was the 50s, so it was pretty easy to keep it mildly tame.
Betty Page was pretty...
Pretty risque for those days, yeah.
Risque, but pretty tame now.
Yeah, definitely. And of course, I love how they're able to repeat that. Of course, as you know, that's not Crispin Glover in the background. That's a different actor because, yeah, he had some issues.
Yeah.
Lots of issues. Wow. The entire future depends on you finding that book.
Oh, hey.
Yeah. Just giving a nice callback to the probably one of the best scenes in the original movie. Oh, yeah. Oh, excuse me. Oh, man, I'm sorry. I need some water. And boom! Again. One hell of a shot.
Get cider.
No, that's good. Hey, look, it's Marty again. How the hell did he change clothes so fast?
Well, he's sexy, that's why.
Because he's Superman.
Talk about deja vu.
Oh, no kidding. I bet that's exactly what Robert Zemeckis was feeling like. This all seems very familiar. I feel like I've shot this before. Just 5 years ago. Oh, wait. Yes, I did.
Va-va-boom!
Oh, shit. So is his photograph still disappearing?
That's a good question.
Because if he's here, then those photographs should be secure by now.
CPR came out in the 80s, bitch.
I know.
Exactly. That's why he's... Did he just take that guy's wallet? I swear, that guy is like... No,
Guy's wallet!
He must have been a cameo, but I don't think he was. Minor thing. But he's got the book! And now we've got to get back to the future. Or the past. No, yeah, to the future. And motherfucker.
Oh my god.
Seriously? They're able to fall for that how many times?
This is number 4. This is the 4th time that trick has been used.
And successfully.
3 times.
Oh, yeah. But with Griff, it didn't work out so well.
Yes.
Apparently that joke is old in 2015. Mm-hmm. And yes, in this 2015, it is indeed old.
I love this film.
Right? It is just so much goddamn fun. And hi. Oh, my hand is back, and so I'm good now. It's Marvin Berry and the Starlights.
Yay! 2 angles! Let's see that angle again!
God almighty. Let's do it. Yeah, I love it. He just came in here. He's up on stage. How the hell did he change clothes so fast? Excuse me. I love that.
It's an oldie where I come from.
What is it? Oh, okay.
Just need to
Yeah, I gotcha. So this must be a really surreal experience for this Marty. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's like, oh my god,
it just happened.
Oh,
like
they're gonna jump.
Ago.
No, they're gonna jump me. No, not me. The other one. The one's up on stage. Now, I love this little remark coming up when he's actually looking at himself playing the guitar.
Paradox.
Yeah. Believe it. Oh, speaking of Paradox, that was actually the working title of the movie.
Paradox?
Yeah. Yeah, because you know how when Return of the Jedi came out...
It was Revenge of the Jedi?
No. It was Blue Harvest.
Oh, yeah, Blue Harvest.
As the cover title to keep people away. Because at this time, Robert Zemeckis was really making himself a name for himself. Because Back to the Future Part 1, Roger Rabbit, and of course Spielberg was producing.
The Goonies.
Yep. So, this guy's really convinced that he took his wallet. Ever since then, movies had to use that working title to, keep things on the DL. And this one was Paradox. And I love that little gesture that he gives to himself. He sees himself on stage and he's like, not bad. It's like a true artist.
Oh yeah.
Because I had the exact same reaction when my film Lost in the Brush played at the Film Media Festival here on BGSU. Because I looked at it and I'm like, not bad. And then it won Best. And then all of a sudden it won Best in Show. Go figure.
Yeah, do the what to say.
So here we go. Okay, you remember the ladder was supposed to be in the first one? I love how they bring it back just really cleverly like that.
Yeah.
Because, he runs over there and, hey, Chuck, it's your cousin Marvin Barry. Still my favorite joke in the movie. Okay, so, more stunt or more Marty double work.
Yeah, Marty double.
Yeah.
And this part, though, is the part that got me. I'm just like, oh, yes.
Yeah. Although, actually, back there, this, you can tell this is a green screen effect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can see some of the blues and greens coming in.
But you know what? It's totally fine. It works for the scene because this is 1990, pre-Jurassic Park, people. And to be quite honest, because I think I stated earlier...
Why have they not already gone on?
They're liking the music. They're not the smartest.
Well, I think they want to get them in private, so, there's
That
no
might
witnesses. But, boom! Nice shot. Yeah. Seriously, the Mission Impossible music needs to be playing during scenes like this, just in the background. Because, Alan Silvestri did compose the Mission Impossible movie, the first one. But it was rejected and yeah, that had
Brain
to hurt.
trauma.
Exactly. Sandbags are freaking heavy.
I love this reaction that he gives. He's like, all right, whatever. But Alan Silvestri did do Mission Impossible, but it was later rejected for Danny Elfman. So, go figure. Alan Silvestri is just a treasure of movie score cinema. And now, that's a really good recreation of the original shot.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, if you were to compare the two, they're literally the same. And as a matter of fact, Crispin Glover's hiding, obviously. But Leigh Thompson, even in the focus pull, even in the focus pull, he gets his face obscured.
Yeah.
Literally on cue too. That's pretty good direction. But Leah Thompson actually is wearing the exact same dress as she did in the first movie.
Yeah.
Because Michael J. Fox and
God damn
Thomas.
it, Marty. God fucking damn it.
Yeah, here we go again. But Michael J. Fox, Thomas, what is it? Thomas Walker?
Wilson. Thomas F. Wilson.
Thomas Wilson, Leigh Thompson, and Christopher Lloyd are the only...
Nobody calls me chicken.
Boom.
Ooh.
So much head trauma. Seriously. Ow. People drink every time Marty gets head trauma.
Okay.
But those were the only 4 actors to appear in all 3 films. Ow. Ow. And more ow. Ow. That's gotta hurt.
Drink every time Marty gets assaulted.
Jesus, let's not... I mean, Marty's already dying. Let's not have the audience die with him.
Feel his pain!
Feel the pain. Feel the burn.
Feel the burn.
Yeah, no kidding. Crappity crap. And I think this is one of the reasons why this movie is so effective, because the MacGuffin is actually really well played with in this movie.
Oh, yeah.
Because you know how MacGuffins kind of just come in and then disappear in the second or third act of the movie? This one's been staying with it, pretty much.
What's
the whole movie. A MacGuffin is an object that puts the characters into, or perpetuates the characters into the plot of the story.
I know here it's supposed to be almanac, but that gets dealt with actually pretty well.
Well, put it this way:
it's the impetus for the action of the movie.
Yeah. So, like the Avengers, the
Tesseract.
Yeah, the Cosmic Cube or the Tesseract was the MacGuffin of the movie.
In Transformers, the first Michael Bay movie, the glasses are the MacGuffin.
Yeah. So, in this one, it's the Sports Almanac. Now, typically, they tend to disappear after the first act, but no, this one's been staying. This one's well played up. And
it's more of a Lucas MacGuffin than a Hitchcock MacGuffin.
Yeah.
Well, it's got lasting significance for 50 years.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Hence the Lucas MacGuffin, not the Hitchcock MacGuffin.
Mm-hmm. Now, here's the bit where I almost wish that they had well, they actually kind of do have one. It's the Close Encounters of the Third Kind moment, where their headlights pull up behind him, and then it just rises. I wish they played that a little bit better, but then again...
Yeah, they could have played that up a bit more.
Just a little bit as a nod to Spielberg, but they already kind of, wanked him off a little bit for Jaws and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So, it still works. It still works.
Butts.
Where did this come from? Where did this come from?
Butthead.
But, son of a bitch.
We're just
he was
having a good time.
Okay. Son of a bitch, he's right. It's all right. God damn it. Now, this I thought was really bold. Days before where the car couldn't sense if the door was open, right?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. How convenient. Thank God for the 50s. And hey,
The
what's up?
fuck is this shit? How the fuck are you not dying of road rash right now? Having your skin ripped off and dehydrating like a mofo.
Whoa!
How the fuck are you just gliding across the road like that?
Because hoverboard. That's why.
Well, he can't see that. Biff can't see that at all.
He can.
Now he can.
Future technology.
The technological
How
advancement.
long does the fucking hoverboard's charge last, for goodness sake?
Well, Robert Zemeckis actually said that they're powered by magnets. Yeah, I know. It's pseudo. I know it's really, really.
That is really pseudoscience.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
a lot of pseudoscience. But remember, they're just having fun. They don't care. They don't give a shit.
They're like
Well, when
honey
you get to
badgers.
this
Honey badgers
time
don't give a
shit,
shit.
When you're getting to this time shit with paradoxes, you're giving the impression you do care. That you're trying to make something logically consistent.
Well, see, what they're trying to do is give a mix between the fantastic and the reality. And even though they're,
I love this scene.
I know, right? Ow, these should have been knocked the fuck out, honestly.
Head trauma.
Yeah,
No,
depending on where
seriously,
you get
more
hit.
head trauma, right?
Depending on where you get hit, you can easily get knocked the fuck out. If you're going the front of the face is actually really resilient. Now,
Yeah, but if it's the back of the head, that's
that
where.
Isn't.
Yeah, that's.
If you get hit in the back of the head, you're done.
Mm-hmm.
You're knocked out and or dead, depending on the force.
Mm-hmm. So, but still, man, Marty gets a lot of head trauma.
Yeah, he does.
And yeah, he's worried about his hands being fucked up in the future.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's actually what should have been. He should have had a lot of brain surgery.
Why are you just revving your engine? I know that
Why
makes
are you
it
not
look
just going
dramatic.
intimidation?
Yeah, I understand
He
that.
wants he remember, he's a bully. He is a class A bully. He wants to see his prey sweat. And sweat he is. I mean, boy, Marty's looking... He looks like me on a hot day.
Now, just think, these cars can probably only go,
No, they can get up to pretty good
I
speeds.
want to cosplay Marty McFly.
Okay.
Do it.
Do it. I'll be your Doc Brown. Great Scott! I'll get the white wig and everything.
Well, I could probably pull off a Rule 63 Marty McFly with a scrunchie.
Probably.
They'd be
Just-
pretty rad.
All you need is the hat and the
Not more.
Oh,
The
God.
jacket and the jeans and the jean jacket and the plaid shirt and the
God.
suspenders and poop!
Oh, my gosh. I think Biff right here, especially as he spits it out,
I hate manure.
I think he can
Well,
just
you'd spend $300 more.
talk about a shit day, man.
Ouch.
Well,
Right? He can just call horse shit on this. Okay, I'm done now. I'm
horse.
done.
I'm sure Twilight would be proud.
I'm done now. Oh yeah, Twilight totally did just take a shit on Biff. There you go. Go figure. All right, here's the part. Here's another really interesting part. We're about to see Doc go straight into the future.
Yeah.
Now, do you notice the streaks that he leaves behind?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what they look like?
No.
99.
Yeah.
Oh.
For some, I think that was a complete coincidence, actually, because when people saw it, they were reading a whole lot of crap into it, and they realized, that was just, we just wanted to give it some 3-dimensional depth.
Something to make it look really, really wrong.
Yeah. So the 99 has really no significance whatsoever.
Okay.
Oh, and this bit I thought was really cool, where once he burns the almanac, the matches that he got from the Biff Casino just kind of turns. What does it turn into?
Into his auto detailing place.
Oh yeah, that's right. Pleasure. Wait, what does that say? Pleasure. Oh, whatever. Auto dealing.
Detailing.
Auto detailing. Oh, isn't that amazing that? Yeah, commended or honored.
Honored. Yeah.
Although, I'm kind of amazed that an auto
detailing.
Yes,
Service
I can't
give matches.
Yeah, well, then again, it was the 80s. So, my father's alive! And Emmett Brown has been commended.
Received Civic Award.
Yay!
Yay.
Reagan to seek second term.
Hooah!
Yeah, Republicans.
Reagan, yeah, I think I think that was like the slightest thank you to Ronald Reagan, because they were so happy that he loved this movie as much as they did. Because yeah, he really got a kick out of that. Who's president of the United States in 1985? Ronald Reagan, the actor? Ha! What a bunch of horse crap! And he just lost it. That was good times.
He actually asked the projectionist to roll that back. Yeah,
he
and play it again.
Yeah, well, because he was watching that in the United. There's the 99.
Yep.
He was watching that in the presidential theater in the White House, and he actually asked the projectionist to roll that scene back just because he thought it was so funny. Good times, man. And speaking of rolling back, remind me to roll back that scene in the Cafe 80s.
Yeah.
Because I'm not making it up.
Elijah Wood.
It's Elijah Wood in his first screen appearance ever.
That's so weird.
I know, right? He was a tiny little baby. And right on cue, it's about to start to rain. Hey, oh wait, isn't that interesting? At the beginning of the movie, it rains really heavily, and then it just stops.
Yeah.
And then at the end of the movie, it
starts raining really heavily.
Yeah, right out of left field. I thought that was pretty cool.
Don't touch it, bro. Don't touch it. It's hot.
It's cold.
It's cold.
Oh yeah, this bit.
Soaking wet Michael J. Fox. Yes, please.
The Notebook scene.
I've never seen The Notebook, and I never want to.
So when the guy gets out, can you just say now, Keese?
I will if I want to.
Okay.
If I think it's appropriate.
I still love this line. He's like, "We had a bet whether or not the real Marty would show up."
He looks so sad right now.
I know, right?
And he looks super sinister for a postal man. He looks super sinister.
Like he's gonna pull a gun out of his trench coat.
I know, right? He is for Western Union. He is intimidating.
Yeah.
I mean, Sam Spade has nothing on this guy.
Wet Marty McFly.
You done?
I'll stop.
Okay.
Or you could just take a shot every time she says it.
Oh God!
A letter.
You're gonna get killed, people. A letter for me? What? That's impossible.
Impossible.
Shh. But yeah, a bunch of us at the office. It has explicit instructions that it must be delivered here at this exact location at this exact minute. November 12th, 1955. Looks like I lost the bet. Oh, man. This is a wonderful movie.
It's getting wet now, dipshit.
So? It's interesting.
70 years?
1885. Yes. Sign here, please. You will get, if my calculations are correct, you will get this message. I almost wish that Christopher Lloyd read it out in voiceover, just because I love listening to his psycho voice.
Yeah.
It really is awesome. Did you ever see Piranha 3?
No, I didn't.
Or Piranha 3D?
Nah.
He actually reprises a kind of parody of his character. And I kind of want to watch the movie just for that.
Well, you're dead now. No matter what, you're dead now.
Pretty much. Yep. The Doc's alive! He's in 1885! I gotta... Oh, and this... So, actually...
Yeah. He only got 30 or 40 years from the rejuve, man.
Mm-hmm. And there's only one man who can help me. And I love that cut.
Yeah.
Straight into... Now, I'm pretty sure...
And he's just suspending himself while doing that.
I'm pretty sure this is all stock footage, too.
Yeah.
Because, they want to keep consistency. And plus, it must save a ton of money.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, this is totally stock footage from the first movie. But who cares? Because this is probably one of the most iconic moments of the 80s. Of pretty much all sci-fi, really.
Yeah.
How his hair became wild.
Yeah, that's actually a really good...
really good point.
Mm-hmm. That's how his hair became completely wild. Because I remember when we saw him in 1955, it was pretty clean and down. Now he's just everywhere.
Yeah.
Look, it worked! It worked! Now I must devote myself to science all the time!
Easy there. Easy.
My elbow knocked into it.
Yeah, well, not just in the elbow, but in the voice too, man.
Yeah, you're getting a bit loud there.
So, yeah. Now, I think they recreated this shot too.
Mm-hmm.
Because,
Well, that makes sense.
LOL.
Yep.
So happy, and then, wait, you're supposed to be back in the future.
Did I just send you back? Can you imagine, did I just send the wrong guy? Holy shit, did I just send the wrong dude into the future?
I know, right?
That would have been so awkward.
I'm back from the future.
This music build up and great Scott.
TP.
Thump. I really love that ending.
Yeah.
It's a good cliffhanger for the because this came out early in the year, and the last one came out in
to be concluded.
Not to be continued, just concluded, which is why I'm still really glad that they kept it at 3.
They give you a preview even. It's so nice.
I know, right?
Oh, yeah.
That was really cool. Because they already pretty much shot the movie, so they were going to give you a straight-up preview at the end. They don't do this anymore.
They really don't.
I mean, I think the closest that we've ever
And
got...
he actually nearly got literally hung in this scene where they're dragging him.
Yep. Although that's going to be for part 3. But I think the closest thing that we've ever had to this sort of thing in movies was for the Avengers, ironically.
Yeah.
Where they had, for Captain America, the first Avenger, they showed a sneak preview of the Avengers. And of course they had the Captain America will return in the Avengers. But man, was this going to be a really good one. That's an awesome shot right there. And I love Brown's expression on it.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah. And look at this. Marty McFly Jr. and Marlene McFly.
Marlene, not Marta. Okay.
Yeah. Marlene. Yep. So, yeah. What is there anything new?
Flea! Woohoo! We have Flea!
Oh, yeah, and Charles Fleischer was had a cameo in this movie. I totally forgot. This went over my head. Charles Fleischer was the dude who voiced Roger Rabbit.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah. And he had a cameo in this movie as one of the Texaco workers in the future.
Ooh.
Oh.
Yeah.
Cool.
So that was a nice one more little connection to Who Framed Roger Rabbit. So yeah, his final thoughts. Is there anything new you kind of spotted in this new viewing?
The character of 3D is one that I find entirely entertaining.
3D is like the best henchman ever.
Yes,
he's like the Bob of the
Bob
of
from
this.
Batman.
Yeah, Bob from
Boba
Batman.
Fett from Empire Strikes
exactly,
Back.
Dude.
3D from Back to the Future.
the trio is set.
The trio is now complete.
Now that I think about it, I think that what should have fucked Marty McFly's future up is not breaking his hands, but all the fucking head trauma.
Exactly. We've been trying to get this in there. Like, it's kind of amazing how much head trauma he gets. We need on the third one. We really do need to keep a count on how many times Marty McFly gets smacked in the head.
Oh, that's like the Lord of the Rings drinking game. Every time Frodo falls down.
Oh God. Oh God. Even the movie spread out to 4 hours, that'll still kill you.
If Samwise was a woman, they totally would have shipped them in the film. I'm
God,
sorry,
really?
but Sam
No.
and Frodo are meant to be together.
Stop it, man. God, can't people ever let that go? It's stupid annoying. I hate that.
Dude, people can't let Kirk and Spock go. You
Kirk
really
and Spock
think
are meant
that
to be together.
You really think that 10 years later they're finally going to let Frodo and Sam go?
I'm just going to put on my personal opinion, fictional character shipping is dumb. Leave it to the writers. If you want to do that, write your own fan fiction.
I have.
Well, good. Okay. I just hate when people do that because it's.
I ship Fluttershy and Rarity.
It's just not. It's messing with mythology for me. They're stories, and you don't change stories around just because you find it. No, I just don't like it.
The thing about fan fiction, though, is it's playing with different premises. It plays with what if this happened in this episode? What if it played out slightly differently? Or what if some circumstance about their character was different?
See, I don't mind what if
My Little
story.
Pony Back to the Future, where Marty is Spike and Twilight Sparkle is Doc.
Oh my fucking god!
Oh man.
Our crossovers are always fun.
I've created monsters.
I have always been a monster.
I know, I live with you. But yeah, man.
Childress.
Yeah, but this is still an amazing movie. They used
It's my
all
favorite.
Favorite
of the bunch.
Look at it. There's 3D. 3D.
Yay, 3D.
Yeah.
Casey Semensko.
go.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, sir, for messing up your name. 2015.
But actually looking
Elijah
back,
Wood, Video Game Boys.
Yep.
Oh my
Confirmed.
god.
see, it is totally him.
Oh my god, that is so weird.
Right. This was
Flea.
his very first film appearance. Although sadly, we got to also acknowledge that 3 years later, he did North with Rob Reiner.
North?
You don't. It's a terrible,
And
terrible
Einstein
movie.
was played by Freddy.
I'll show you just a review of it and see if you can get through it, because it's atrocious. It really is, and it should. And Rob Reiner should be ashamed. I'm sorry. We love you for Princess Bride
And
for
Spinal Tap.
and for When Harry Met Sally,
want-
but when Harry Met Sally.
Rodents of an unusual size.
So, but okay, so it was For a Fistful of Dollars.
Okay.
So, just wanted to make sure. I knew it was it was part of the Dollars trilogy.
Filled with Panavision.
Because I've seen the Dollar trilogy. It's just been a while.
Well, yeah, what happened to Doc was he got shot for a matter of $18 in 1885 in the third film.
Oh yeah, it's wonderful how much poetry there is in these little things. All these little tiny links that link it all together.
Alright, so we just saw the Amblin logo, meaning that we just finished the film.
Yep. So final thoughts. Maybe I should just change it. Oh, I don't know. I'm still just going to keep it as a tie. I'm just going to upgrade it to a tie. First and second are my favorite of the trilogy.
They work really, really well together.
Yep.
The reshooting at the beginning with a completely different actress for Jennifer is really well done. I will admit that. The handling of Jennifer's character completely sucks.
Yeah.
And there's one other thing that we didn't actually get to, but is my other gigantic pet peeve.
What's that?
I hate it when they don't cast age-appropriate actors for roles.
When was that?
Michael J. Fox is
fucking
25.
His late 20s.
Yeah.
Playing 17.
Yeah.
It pissed me off here. It pissed me off when John Travolta was like 35 and he's playing Danny Zuko in Grease.
High schoolers don't look like this, FYI, so you high school kids don't feel inferior that you're not well developed like all the people you see on TV.
Although believe it or not, Robert Zemeckis actually had Michael J. Fox in mind for Marty, literally from the get-go.
Yeah, that I know. But seriously,
I guess
it plays into one of my biggest problems with movies in general.
Mm-hmm. Oh, like when they have to cast a 20-year-old actress to be the girlfriend of a 50-year-old dude.
Mm-hmm. You just can't. No matter how good you are with makeup, you just can't change it. But
I'm completing my third run through high school.
Well, remember, they should. I guess what they should have done was just make the sequels immediately after Back to the Future. But Robert Zemeckis had his hands full with Roger Rabbit.
This one is harder to fault because of the problems of Roger Rabbit. But it still pisses me off just a lot. And it pisses me off when they do it on stage, too.
Yeah, they do that a lot. But
especially when the writer says, it should be done as this age, but cast this age of an actor.
Well, remember, this is a sequel.
I understand this is a sequel. This is fine.
Yeah,
but I'd like to say that for future reference.
Yes, miscasting is a thing. Beware of it and stop it.
Yes.
So, don't do it. Just don't. I'm going to also keep that in mind when I make my movies. Thank you, John, for giving me a nice little lesson for tonight. So, any other final thoughts you want to share?
Head trauma.
Well, with
big fake titties.
Big old bitties.
This movie is amazing. So, yeah, there's your last drink for the night.
Yeah.
And for that drink for tonight, I bid you good night. And thank you for joining us for another episode of CommTrack, where you'll never have to watch a movie again. And next time,
alone again.
Yes.
Get your stomach pumped.
Shut your face. Thank you for listening to CommTrack, where you'll never have to watch a movie alone again. And just up next is going to be Back to the Future Part 3 in our very special October 21st, 2015 podcast. Peace. CommTrack is hosted by Tim Leifheit, that's me, Jonathan Knoell, and Daniel Gill, and was created by me, Tim Leifheit. If you have any questions, comments, or would like to make a suggestion for a future show, contact us at CommTrackPodcast@gmail.com or find us on YouTube at CommTrack Podcast. And you can also find us through the Radioactive Walrus Entertainment Network at radioactive.walrus.entertain@gmail.com. Find us on Twitter at Radio Walrus Pod, YouTube at Radioactive Walrus, all one word, or like and comment on our Facebook page. Again, you've been listening to CommTrack, where you never have to watch a movie alone again. Thank you, and good night.
This has been a production of Radioactive Walrus Entertainment.
John, what do chickens say?